Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. The leader of ISIS in Iraq has been killed in a joint operation by Iraqi national intelligence and U.S.-led coalition forces. On Friday, Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani announced the killing of Abdallah Maki Mosleh al-Rifai, also known as Abu Khadija, calling him one of the world's most dangerous terrorists. The operation, reportedly carried out by an airstrike in the Anbar province, marks a significant blow to the militant group. U.S. President Donald Trump praised the mission, stating that Abu Khadija was relentlessly hunted down in coordination with Iraqi and Kurdish forces. The announcement coincided with a visit by Syria's top diplomat to Iraq, where both nations pledged to strengthen their cooperation against terrorism. A last-minute deal has averted a government shutdown as the Senate passed a 6-month spending bill last Friday, sending it to President Donald Trump for approval. The vote, 54-46, saw frustration from Democrats who argued the bill lacked their input and shortchanged key priorities like health care and housing assistance. However, some ultimately backed Democratic leader Chuck Schumer's decision to avoid a funding lapse. The bill, which funds the government through September, trims non-defense spending by $13 billion while increasing defense spending by $6 billion. The measure is separate from the GOP's push to extend Trump-era tax cuts, which Republicans hope to offset with spending reductions elsewhere in the government. The Department of Education has launched discrimination investigations into more than 50 universities nationwide, including several in New England over alleged race-based eligibility restrictions in academic programs. The investigation focused primarily on schools partnering with the PhD Project, a nonprofit that supports students pursuing graduate degrees in business, which the department claims limits eligibility based on race. 7 other universities are under review for allegedly offering race-based scholarship or segregating programs by race. URI responded, stating that an investigation does not imply a violation of federal civil rights laws. The move follows a recent Department of Education memo warning institutions that using race-based preferences in admissions and scholarships could jeopardize their federal funding. Measles is making a concerning comeback in the U.S., with 2025 already surpassing last year's total case count just 3 months into the year. A multi-state outbreak has driven nearly 300 confirmed cases, with Texas reporting 259, New Mexico 35, and Oklahoma 2, though experts warn the real numbers are likely higher. In comparison, 2024 saw 285 cases nationwide, according to the CDC. Dr. Dan Baruch of Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center says the surge highlights the decline in preventative measures, recalling that measles was declared eradicated in 2000. So far, 36 patients have been hospitalized, and most cases involve unvaccinated individuals or those with unknown vaccination status. The FDA has issued a recall for several popular face care products due to elevated levels of benzene, a potential cancer-causing chemical. The recall includes products from well-known brands like La Roche-Posay, Proactive, and Walgreens, among others. According to the FDA, benzene contamination was detected in acne treatments during recent third-party testing. The companies involved have voluntarily agreed to the recall, with Proactive's manufacturer Alchemy confirming the move in a statement. Benzene is a chemical used in industrial production and can be released into the air through sources like cigarette smoke, car emissions, and burning oil. The FDA urges consumers to check their skincare products and discontinue use of any affected items. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. During this Monday's school committee meeting, there was a lot of discussion on the redistricting plan and how to move forward. Mayor Erin Joyce made some remarks on the process so far and how she hopes the plan will move forward. Since the plans for redistricting were announced, there's been a lot of opposition from students, teachers, and community members. Members of the school committee did discuss the possibility of a school master plan to mitigate some of the concerns and issues that are popping up in the redistricting process. The committee did end up voting unanimously to adopt the business as usual plan while they start to work on a school master plan. Here's more from the meeting.
Did you make a motion?
I will make a motion to adopt the original option 1A, which is business as usual, and with the understanding that we are going to look into begin the process of developing a school master plan, and that backfill the programming for next year financially. There, yeah.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Rollo and a second by Mr. Lynch. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That is unanimous. We will set up a meeting with the school building committee and start that process.
To watch the full meeting, check it out on Comcast Channel 8, Verizon Channel 26, or on youtube.com/bcamtv. On another note, 2 employees of the Braintree Police Department are on paid administrative leave as separate internal investigations are underway. The mayor's office confirmed the investigations but didn't provide further details, citing personnel matters. According to a statement from Braintree Police, one case involves a civilian employee charged with a misdemeanor in another jurisdiction, while the second involves a detective accused of harassment-type offenses and policy violations. Both cases remain under active investigation, and officials have declined further comment. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office also did not confirm or deny any involvement in the investigations. A longtime Braintree favorite, Double G's Pizzeria, has officially closed its doors after serving the community for decades. The beloved pizza shop at 303 Grove Street sold its last pie on February 28th, with owners citing a lease negotiation issue as the reason for shutting down. In a heartfelt statement, they expressed gratitude to their loyal customers, saying, "While we are very sad to close, we are and will remain incredibly grateful to have been a part of this wonderful community for so long." The pizzeria had been a staple since the 1960s, making its closure a bittersweet farewell for many longtime patrons. Braintree Mayor Erin Joyce is set to deliver her first State of the Town address on March 27th, sharing updates on the town's progress and future plans. Announced in the town's monthly newsletter, Joyce said she looks forward to highlighting key initiatives from the past year, unveiling new economic development strategies, and even revealing a few surprises. For those who want to watch the State of the Town address, BCAM TV will be streaming it live on Comcast Channel 8, Verizon Channel 26, youtube.com/bcamtv, or on our website at www.bcam.tv. Braintree Town Hall has announced an important event for local veterans. On Friday, March 28th, the Foster Veterans Center will host a Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans celebration from 10 to 11:30 a.m. The event honors Vietnam veterans and their families in recognition of National Vietnam Veterans Day, offering a moment of appreciation for their service and sacrifice. The Sun Will Rise Foundation is teaming up with the Boston Backpack Project to support local families in need. Community members can donate items like clothing, toiletries, or snacks by dropping them off at 541 Washington Street in Braintree, now through Friday, March 28th. For those unable to donate physical items, monetary contributions can be made via Venmo to the username @thesun-will-rise. The partnership aims to provide much-needed supplies to families facing hardship, and organizers are encouraging local communities to help make a difference. Braintree's Department of Elder Affairs is offering a variety of activities for residents 60 years and older. Recurring events include Bingo Size, the 10-week program which is held every Tuesday and Friday at 11:30 a.m., pool sessions on Thursdays at 12:30 with Kathy, and Friday movie screenings at 1 p.m. Special events include Bingo on March 19th at 1 p.m., Part 3 of Discover Your Encore on March 20th at 1 p.m., and an iPhone and iPad class on March 21st at 1 p.m. For more information or to sign up, call the department at 781-848-1963 after 9:30 a.m. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Home fire deaths have been cut in half since the early 70s when smoke detectors were first marketed. Having smoke detectors in your home can double your chances of survival in a fire. 60% of residential fire deaths occur in homes without smoke detectors. Thus, smoke detectors must be present on each level of habitation. Photoelectric smoke detectors are required within 20 feet of a kitchen, bath, or shower. They are required on the ceiling outside bedrooms no further than 10 feet away. They are also required to be present on the ceiling at the base of stairwells. Additional placement may be required depending upon the year the home was built or when a substantial addition was added. Create a safe home environment. Maintain your smoke detectors. Thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Tesla dealerships across the Boston area were the focus of another wave of protests on Saturday, with over 100 demonstrators gathering outside the Dedham showroom on Route 1 and at least 75 more outside the Tesla Service Center in Watertown. Protesters held signs condemning Tesla CEO Elon Musk, the Musk-led Department of Government Efficiency, and recent federal funding cuts. The demonstrations follow a similar protest at the Tesla showroom in Boston's Prudential Center last weekend, part of a nationwide movement targeting over 100 Tesla dealerships in response to Musk's White House influence. Meanwhile, multiple Tesla Cybertrucks were found vandalized in Dedham on Tuesday, with graffiti and slashed tires marking the second reported act of vandalism at that location in recent weeks. Authorities are investigating, but Tesla has yet to comment on the incidents. A Vietnamese man living in Braintree pleaded guilty last week to stealing the identity of a deceased 13-year-old Boston boy and using it to work as a firefighter in two Massachusetts towns under different names. The 40-year-old, known as both John Doe and Trong Nguyen, was arrested in May 2024 and later indicted by a federal grand jury. Prosecutors say he used the stolen identity to obtain government-issued IDs, a social security card, and EMT certifications before joining the Melrose Fire Department. His scheme unraveled after he applied for a U.S. passport in March 2023, triggering a federal investigation that confirmed the real identity belonged to a child who died in 2002. The passport was never issued, but investigators found he had fraudulently obtained multiple Massachusetts driver's licenses and completed firefighter training under the false identity. Doe faces up to 10 years in prison for passport fraud and a mandatory 2-year sentence for aggravated identity theft. He is scheduled to be sentenced on June 12th. The Randolph School Committee has placed its finance director, Anya Washburn, on administrative leave amid an investigation into alleged improper financial practices, a process that took a dramatic public turn at a Randolph Town Council meeting last week. Councilor James Burgess surprised colleagues by proposing a resolution to restrict Washburn's access to the town's financial software, alleging she opened a bank account using town funds without authorization. The council ultimately passed the resolution despite objections from the school committee, which called the action completely unnecessary and said it was handling the matter privately to respect employee rights. Washburn denied the allegations, calling Burgess's claims absolutely not accurate. Town Council President Christos Alexopoulos defended the decision, stating that 2 separate investigations are underway, one by the school department and one by the town, and that the council's priority is safeguarding public public funds until the inquiries are complete. The luck of the Irish geared the New England Free Jacks up for their nail-biting win in their home opener against Nola Gold on Saturday. Festivities kicked off Thursday with the unveiling of the team's 2023 and 2024 championship banners at Logan Airport's Terminal C. Fans enjoyed a full day of entertainment, including the Free Jacks Heritage Cup, a live music performance, barbecue, drinks, and post-game player meet and greets. Country music superstar Darius Rucker will headline Quincy's 400th anniversary celebration with a special performance at Veterans Memorial Stadium on Saturday, August 2nd. The Grammy Award-winning artist will be joined by special guest Austin Williams as part of a year-long lineup of events honoring the city's historic milestone. Mayor Thomas Koch called Rucker's performance a monumental addition to the celebrations, which also includes family-friendly events, historical programming, a lecture series, and more. A second concert date is expected to be announced soon. Tickets for the August 2nd show are already on sale, and you can head to quincy400.com for more information. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in sports and entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here's Chris Kern with the latest on Braintree High School sports.
The Braintree High School boys basketball season comes to an end in the round of 8 with a 48-40 loss to the third-seeded Newton North. Let's see highlights from that game. Newton North was able to strike first with a 3. They kept the lead for all but a few minutes of this game. They came out of the first quarter with a 7-point lead. As Braintree normally does, they stepped up in the second, keying in on Newton's offense. They outscored Newton this quarter 12-8, leaving them with a 3-point deficit. The third quarter was evenly played with both teams scoring 11. Braintree still down by 3 going into the fourth. Braintree was able to get the lead for the first time in the game early in the fourth, but that only lasted a few minutes before Newton was able to take over again. The game slipped away from Braintree at this point, leading them to an 8-point loss. While the girls came out of the round of 8 with a 3-point win over the 5th seed Woburn Memorial. Let's see some highlights from that game. This game was played tight with each quarter ending within 2 scores. The first ended 14-11 Braintree. Woburn lived by their 3-pointer while Braintree diced them up offensively. The second ended 24-20 Braintree. In the first half, Braintree only had 3 players making an offensive impact, but big impacts they were making. The third was played tight with both teams scoring 8, Braintree still up by 4. Woburn was able to make the game close, only losing by 3 points in the end. Braintree goes on to play the first seed Wachusett Regional. On the other side of the bracket, the second seed Bishop Feehan plays the third seed Springfield Central. Braintree has his work cut out for it if it wants to go on to win the state championship. Catch the rest of the playoffs on BCAM TV Sports, Comcast Channel 9 or 1073 for HD, Verizon Channel 28 or 2128 for HD, our YouTube channel BCAM TV, or our website bcam.tv. Let's send it back to Martha in the studio.
Thanks, Chris. Now in entertainment, we have 3 recommendations for you to watch. First, Opus follows a young writer who travels to the remote compound of a legendary pop star who mysteriously disappeared 30 years ago. Surrounded by a cult of sycophants and intoxicated journalists, she soon finds herself in the middle of his twisted plan. The film stars Ayo Edebari and John Malkovich. You can watch Opus now in theaters. Up next, The Electric State follows an orphan teen who hits the road with a mysterious robot to find her long-lost brother, teaming up with a smuggler and his wisecracking sidekick. The film stars Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt. You can watch The Electric State now on Netflix. And finally, Adolescence is a miniseries that follows a family whose world turns upside down when their 13-year-old is arrested for murdering a schoolmate. The charges against their son force them to confront every parent's worst nightmare. The series stars Owen Cooper and Stephen Graham. You can watch Adolescence now on Netflix. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.